Hello, welcome to this video cast and subscribers to Canon Chew. Right, at the start, there's not been a video for a couple of weeks. You may notice must be a mental health. I don't want to do them I just took a couple of weeks away from making videos. But I want to address some things about the paranormal. I hate that word. Paranormal. Oh, jeez. I agree with David. There is no paranormal. There's only a paranormal perception. It's spirits of the nature of reality and ghosts, whatever you want to call them, is as natural as air we breathe. It's just we don't understand the nature of reality is people like me and David bang on about. I want to talk about equipment because there's a lot of stuff about this works, that don't work, that shit, that, and there's a lot of drama going on. So I'd like to address phone apps. Is it impossible for spirits to operate phone apps? Well, looking at the nature of reality, I'd have to say, no, it's not impossible. Can you get a clear, accurate description when he goes hunting? No. The only one I've ever found truly credible is the Equivox. In the Hellfire Caves, when David Icke went, with Phil Meeson, Tracy Mullis, and Team from Iconic, they used that phone app and it picked all the names she was saying. It was no auto pareidolia, it was that's like, And this thing about pareidolia, we've got to be careful we don't keep saying pareidolia about everything. And we've also got to be careful that some things we don't mistake that could be pareidolia. Like, I'm looking at this ball now, and there's a face. Now, when you see illusory stuff like pictures and that, you see a face, could be pareidolia, could be a spirit. Phone apps, could it be a spirit manipulating it? Yes. If you've got a good psychic, maybe that's why John Sixon uses them. I'm trying to be understanding. I don't want to be a dick about it. Like maybe I made the videos all a bit over the top. But I apologise. I went a bit. Just thinking shit. And the thing about Ouija boards, yes, it is what they call the idea motor effect. Same with thousand crystals as well. Yes. Does that mean that spirits you can't use it? No. Do I believe that spirits can communicate through Ouija boards and thousand crystals? I'd have to say, yeah, it's possible. Because I believe in all possibility where it's manifest. How arrogant would it be me to say 100% either way? Most things in life are 50-50. You have to accept that. And I've got autism and it is very hard. Because we're Asperger's and we like things very matter of fact. Well, what people do anyway. But being a right-brain thinker, which is weird having been a right-brain thinker with autism. Because, anyway, I digress. So, when David Holt's psychic medium meets you with yeah, you can be a subconscious mind filling out your worst fears. You don't believe anything negative, well, I believe he didn't say, but can spirits use it? Well, I believe so. And this thing about your subconscious mind, well, we say her mind, his mind, it's actually the mind, it's the lower astral fourth dimension. It's separate from, using my human language, everything's connected, and the brain is a process of information for the mind and consciousness. What some people call God, the infinite love awareness, whatever you choose to symbolise it as, beyond the simulation. Could spirits use our subconscious mind? That's possible. This is the thing, isn't it? And people say, what's the difference between ghosts and paranormal investigating? Well, a lot of ghosts people just go and they won't try and debunk. There is that. People, I don't know, people use it as consistent. Paranormal investigate. I don't really like the word paranormal, I use the word ghost hunt, but when I have done it, I ain't done it much because mental health hasn't been right. I've had a lot to deal with, like everybody else has. You have to do that for a man, I'm trying to say. But I suppose, I do try and debunk. You have to find out what's caused the noise. Don't you have to find out what's happening? Something's made a noise, or you've heard a voice, And that thing about audio pareidolia, are we trying to make sense of chaos, or are we hearing what's actually there? It's got to be a bit of both. So, the thing about can spirits use white noise? Yeah, everything's consciousness, yeah. So they could use spirit box and white noise and EVP recorders, yeah. The thing about REM pods and K2s, yeah, they can be faked. But it's alternate current. Can spirits use that? Yeah, it's possible. But as Mark from PSI and Tony from PSI, you want DC. And it's better for ghost hunting. So, but that doesn't mean you can't use equipment. As long as you're legit, you're not deliberately faking. I mean, if you misinterpret it, yeah, I mean, the human race is native with some not anonymous with everything, a lot of stuff, but yeah, as long as you're being honest and I mean, it's experimenting. But the best equipment is your own body, your own sensors. The best equipment, other than that, is a camera. Photos and moving pictures to capture, and then audio stuff, sound recordings. And it's just about keeping it simple, and not the Scooby Doo nonsense and running around like headless chickens. So, and my hotel and Beardo and PSI's been, and they're all getting a lot of shit. This is the trouble. Right, my haunted hotel it's not fake, it's legit. There's cameras all over, they would have been found out. It's an ongoing paranormal investigation. Danny Moss, he's actually on the whole months. When they put the first two series on Iconic as well. And Harry runs the haunted hotel, and Brett. Right, them three guys are amazing, right? They won't agree with me with they don't like Ouija boards and down the crystals. They should be left in the 1800s. My view on that is they knew more to communicate, and I think we're being very dismissive. We need to be careful again, whoever we are, not to be arrogant and go 1800s we know better, because it's about experimenting. They knew what they were doing, and I think they were more with nature. So I personally think communicate with spirits better with crystals. So we'd not agree on that, but I respect their view because that's their view. And I'm sure they respect mine. It's not about I'm right, you're wrong. That's playground stuff. It's about opinions, what you think, Personally, I like the old school equipment from the 1800s, but that's me. I'll probably get a lot of shit for, yeah, I did say it, yeah. Yeah, and I did say it's possible, yeah. And Beardo's getting a lot of shit. Why? People are jealous, and when you call out people from faking, like call it simulation, you get a lot of shit because you're going to go against the narrative. Yeah, Mark and Beardo, Beardo and PSI, Mark and Tony from PSI, when they went to my hotel there, they had experiences. And with the Grey Stall, and with other things. People have had experiences. So, if you don't get activity, people see fake. If you do, you fake. But what they capture is captured. PSI, I've got a surprise for us. They're gonna put something out soon this weekend. I'm not sure. He tried to sleep and he couldn't sleep in that room 6. I kept him up all night. I think they were surprised. I'm glad the spirits performed. I'm glad they had a good night. And yeah. And it's about understanding the nature of reality. Do I personally, going back to phone apps, do I personally trust them? No. Doesn't mean I want to experiment with them. I mean, if you go into a place like my hotel, you got some names like Charles Griffith, I would use the Echo Vox, and I would be honest, I'd say, I just want to see if it picks up these names. If it does, it done. If it doesn't, it done. You've got to be honest, not say, yeah, that I believe in. I don't. It's like, I'm open to all possibilities. I think my favourite, I like the Spirit Box, because it's live, it's in the moment. It's what they call directional communication, I think they call it. DVP, direct voice. But it's all electric at the end, because we're all made up of EMF, electric universe, and I think the infinite, I think everything's that's what they've got the original, put the simulation through, I think. David Alex will do it better than me. But the point is I'm not really bothered what equipment you use as such. Just keep it real. And then we just need to respect people's... See, I'm one of them, I'll try any equipment. I'm not bothered. I'll try equipment, I'll track all that. And I will get back into stuff. I've just not gonna say my mental health not been very well. You know, I've really, that's why I've not been on YouTube and BitChute. I've just not been focused. I've been absolutely everywhere. But I've been sat by, I've been watching the dramas, I've been watching David Allister, I've been watching Beardo get a lot of shit. PSI, Mark Tony get a lot of shit. Mountain Hotel, Purple, The Grey. I don't really watch the shape, but it's better than masks and like I said, I don't know if I was in day with content. And they're getting a lot of shit and it's not necessary. They're allowed their view. That's what they're giving is their view. Right? I think what I'm saying about equipment is I sort of sit in the middle. I believe it's possible. I know the left brain and people want proof, and I kind of work scientific when I do it, and I work spiritual. I think you need to work both, but science is just a way of understanding stuff. It's a request for knowledge. You know, science and spirituality were always one. It's just, that's, trying to understand the whichever way they do it, you got to respect. And I respect PSI because they do it the way they do it. They don't, Mark from PSI, they don't really, Tony, they don't really use the word paranormal. They use, well, that's what explained. People said that a lot. Never used to, books on it years ago were like ESP, existential perception. Well, it's not extra. It is if we tune in right. There's no extra about it. But I call it like the nature of reality, the illusory physicality that appears physical, but it's not. And the system know that we're there forever. They know spirits and ghosts exist. When I say demons, I don't do it's just demons in the world. If you do the research into something, like look at David Icke and what he's uncovered, the information should be the start. Just, that's what we are, we're vehicles for information. Jamie, I said that, it says that's, sees it like, my dad sees it, and brother and sister probably, and that's what we say, we're vehicles for the information. But go and check it out. I mean, the BBC tell you not to check stuff out. Me and David Icke and other people, we're like, yeah, you can go and check it out. I mean, if I've uncovered some stuff and I've got autism and I'm supposed to be a thick spastic according to the system, I'm taking the piss out of the simulation. Anyone can do it. What I'm saying is, I ain't the smartest guy in the room, I ain't the dumbest guy in the room. I'm somewhere in the middle. So, all this about equipment, let's just respect each other's right to do what they want to do it. A lot of paranormal, and that word, but I use it as a consistent. A lot of unexplained stuff. It's very subtle. It's thoughts. It's inspiration, like feeling of loved ones and seeing them in your dreams, and often things that people are getting on board with this now. It's not. I mean, I do believe that demonics and even I could do it if I stayed at this level of thoughts from the room, if you stay close to simulation. But most of the time, it's his own consciousness, and 99.9% is it cases to teenage girls. I mean, someone said that the demon, like their voice with Janet in the for Potter in the 70s, they use the voice. Yeah, we've got to be open to that. Some say which our own consciousness doing all that and a voice, and you've got to be open to all possibility. It's not. It's the anything. It's let's explore the nature of reality, and let's go from the right brain, the whole brain and heart, the physical, like the heart chakra. Let's do it that way. And there's no need to fake anything because, yeah, people do it for the views, but you're not proving or disproving anything. You know, all you fakers out there, you think you're so fucking clever. Yeah, you might be clever, but you're not really wise. Because it's making people like me and David out like a clown saying, yeah, we're all consciousness, and yeah, I believe in Ouija boards, I believe in Downing crystals, I even believe in phone apps to a point. And yet you've got people faking stuff, and it just makes me look like a clown. And I don't like looking like a clown. Upside down, but you know what I mean? So, the system don't want us to realise that we're all that is or as ever can be. All you do when you're faking is you're taking away your freedom, my freedom, anybody else's. You're playing into the system's hands. You fakers out there, you are building this new world order that your kids and grandkids are going to live at, because people aren't going to realise all it is and what it can be. So you fakers out there, you know, if you've got an issue, take it with me. Stop picking on my hotel. Stop picking on PSI, Mark and Tony, and Ricky's World. Stop picking on Beardo. Stop picking on Purple. Stop picking on Mr. Grey. Stop picking on the shape. And just stop picking on people. Right? Have your opinion. I have very strong views. I'm going to get a lot of shit. If PSI see this, they'll be like, oh, it's on about... It's nothing. It's just... You've got to say it, you know... It is... Do I believe things for that's possible? Yes. Are they mainly for entertainment purposes? Yes. Does that... When we're using subconscious, if we're getting answers, does that mean we're using... Is that what we're meant? Are we getting answers that way? Or the spiritual just subconscious? Is it a bit... This is why I'm passionate about it. Just stop faking stuff. Right? Just... Why? I get more views. Wow, what? People moan they only get like... Say they get 400 videos on a video, and I'm like, I'm in dreamland here. Obviously, I want people to see it, but I don't do it just for the views. I don't tell the party line. I say what I think. We're all that is, ever was, and never can be. Stop faking. Right? And stop shitting on Beardo and PSI and Marriott Hotel. People are jealous because they went and they got good activity. And do you know what? Beardo's PSI, I'm going to watch that later. I've watched theirs and Marriott Hotel's version, sorry. Fantastic. They all had a great night. Yeah, Beardo's had a rant as well today. I thought I'd just going to have a rant. I've had enough. Because there's that much going on. I'm thinking, you know. Oh, and another thing, moving on from that quickly. How would that be where I back this birthday? Yes, it is 29. I would down when we had Emily on. And there's a carriage being physical by what having heart attack. And a lot of that is they're making heart attacks normal, trying to the nudge unit. So go with all these jabs and that. It's not normal for these heart attacks all over the place. Of course it's not. It's ill health. But they're trying to disguise it and make it like heart. They're not none. When somebody had an heart attack, it was big news. Nice everyday occurrence on the racial scale. So yeah, more to do on that, but it's called the nudge unit. But I'm gonna leave it there, right? I can't wait to see PSI's for just see what happened in Room 6. As soon as that's up as well. Right, let's have a breather. I'm back. I'll see you all later. Take care, keep it real, come on. Let's explore these possibilities and not just dismiss things as well, like I've said, and see you all later, take care, bye.